So, you should meditate for at least 20 minutes in a day. Yeah. And if you don't have the time, then you should definitely meditate for at least 1 hour in a day. Yeah. So I'm sure this post has got many of you wondering, why did I say this, or what makes me say this? Well, today I'm going to share this journey with all of you. This is a journey I have shared because of a human being who is very special to me. He is a dear friend. His name is Madhur Daga. I apparently met him on Instagram. I mean, we've not met as yet, but socially met him on Instagram, and I connected to his profile, seeing his work on his body, on his mind, on his fuel, and we had the same interest of fitness. So that is what got me to his page. And while we've been following each other and we've been learning from each other a lot, since we've been on the same lifestyle of nutrition and fitness, as I've been learning all of these things from him, there's one very important thing that I learned from him, and that is to be. Yeah, to be. So when we talk about meditation, or meditating as in sitting in one place and decluttering your thoughts and bringing yourself back to the present moment, this is something that was extremely difficult for me. So I'll just share this with all of you also, as I did share this with Madhur today. I'm a person who's very overly hyperactive, right? And I've just been that way since childhood. So that's just me. I guess I just cannot sit in one place, and now at the age of 46, if you ask me to sit at one place, it's going to be like an impossible task. But nevertheless, as I got into the fitness journey and I got into understanding more of how foods are affecting our brain and how food, kind of relates with our emotions, the way we react, the way we respond to things. Another important factor that comes here is, can you just be? Can you be at in one position, in one place? It's not only about the physical being, it's more about the mental being. Now, this is one factor that I had never worked upon, and this is where the role of Madhur comes in. And he is a Vipassana student. He's been following Anapan meditation for a very long time now, and we just happen to be talking over a couple of things on nutrition and mind body fuel. And that's where he spoke to me about how important the role of meditation is in our daily life, be it whether we are running issues with our work or we are running course at home. Everything is going to happen at its own time, at its own pace. But the very fact that we are in that position or in that space for that moment, in that present moment, is what is going to decide how well we will react to whatever situation comes to us. So this is something that I learned through my practice since I started with Madhur. It's been about almost 8 months. I started with him in the month of October, and trust me, when I started, my first call to him was, "Boss, mujhse nahi hoga," because I am not somebody who sits in one spot. Yeah. So this is something I really want to thank Madhur for. He instilled this in me, that just give yourself time and just be consistent and patient with the process. It's a habit. It will form just like the other habits form in life, right? So I started doing this since October. It has immensely changed me as a person, for myself. But more importantly, it has changed now the way I react and the way I respond to things. Yes, every situation in life does not need a reaction. What you need to understand is we need to respond. When we say respond, it's a more positive outcome, simply because then in a response you are analyzing the situation without judgment, and this is something that I learned in my meditation practice. So I'm going to quickly brief you guys on the 3 important tips that I have learned from Madhur. And I must also say that I have been doing this Anapan meditation for a while now. Sometimes it's been twice a day, sometimes it's been once a day, but I try to fit it in as much as I can because it brings me back to where I belong. Yeah. The 3 important things I learned in this entire journey with Madhur is that the first thing is awareness. Awareness that I am. मैं हूँ, and that whatever is happening around me, I just have to be aware of it. That is the first thing. Aware that I am, and whatever is around me is happening, be aware of it. Second important point I learned was observation. Observe a situation, observe a person, but do not judge. Do not judge. Keval, the importance of the word keval, only. It's such a strong word, and I never thought it would make such an impact in my life. Like Madhur always explains to me, we are in a situation or in an event, we immediately judge that situation or that event. Why can't we just understand that it is an observation that we need to give? That is all. That is all. So the first thing was awareness that I am. And another important point that he mentioned was about being in the moment. So when you are aware that you are in the moment, your past or your future will not bother you. You will be distracted. You will go to your past because those are memories. You will go to your future because you are worried about what's going to happen. But being in that present moment is going to make you more conscious, more happy, simply because now the past and the future doesn't touch you. But that only comes with that awareness of being in the present moment. Right? So we discussed the first point, I discussed the second point. Coming to the last and the third point that he discussed with me was about acceptance. Acceptance of whatever is. I am me. I get distracted with thoughts. So do you. You are all human just as I am. The distraction will happen. The distraction is going to happen. It is human nature. But are we getting distracted, or are we in the present moment? Whatever is happening around me or around us is going to happen regardless. It's always our response that's going to matter the most. So acceptance in the terms of not changing anything. Yes, definitely what we need to do is we need to change ourselves to improvise, to get better. When I say acceptance, it does not mean that I'm going to accept my own wrong behaviors. Acceptance that whatever is happening around me is going to happen, but I will work better to improvise, to respond better to that surrounding event. So these are 3 very important factors I learned with Madhur. And what I really want to share with everybody today is that today was my first ever one-on-one session with Madhur for about 80 minutes on an exact time record that we completed, and it was a great experience. I have learned so many things that I was ignoring, the minutest details. So meditation is really not about sitting in a spot for 10 or 20 minutes, and that is bringing me back to the post that I mentioned. If you should meditate for at least 20 minutes in a day, and if you are extremely busy, then you should meditate for at least an hour in a day. Let me just elaborate a little bit on this part. When I say we need to meditate for an hour in a day, especially when we are busy, because that is the time when there's a lot of chaos happening. There are thoughts running in the mind. There are people acting or in a certain way. There are situations that require us to react or respond. There are children that are, sitting with us, asking us what is to be done, or we need to give our advice to them. This family issue is going on. Everything requires our attention, our response. But being in that moment is going to help us to react or respond more efficiently. We are going to be lost in these situations all the time, all through the day, for 365 days of a year. But that would not be an excuse for us to drift away from my being, right? What I am. That is the most important thing. If you can be aware of what you are and who you are, the response automatically gets better. You start to observe without judgment. But like I said, 20 minutes in a day is what we need to give ourselves. And the reason I say if we don't have time, we need to meditate at least an hour, well, that itself goes to show that definitely we need meditation as a part of our daily life, because we are so engrossed in the activities that are going on outside in the world that we really have no time, no conscious efforts to look within so that we can respond correctly. Many a times we say things to people that we should not be saying, or I always say it's a slip of a tongue. That slip of a tongue should not happen if you are conscious about your own being, about your own breath. Very, very important factor in meditation is your breath. Your breath is the only reality in your life. It's the only thing that exists because of which you exist. So that existence of your breath is what is being taught in the practice of Anapan meditation. And I would really, really want all of you to experience this meditation or this practice once at least with Madhur. And he's been very kind enough to let me share this along with all my viewers on Instagram and all my social media pages or accounts, so that people can be aware of what is it that we are missing, where is our identity. Once you identify your own being, your existence becomes a blessing, not only to yourself but to those around you. So I really want to convey my humble gratitude to Madhur today. Thank you so much for this wonderful session that you took time out for me to spend almost 80 minutes with me on a one-on-one to explain to me the depth and the details of Vipassana, to explain to me how these are going to benefit me in my life. And I'm sure you're going to be benefiting many more lives, many more people, just the way you are doing it on Instagram. So guys, please head to his Instagram. It is the Daga Saga, also known by Madhur Daga. Thank you once again. Thank you so much, Madhur, and be blessed and keep inspiring all of us the way you do. Take care. Bye-bye.